Hi, I'm Larry Black, and today we're looking back. About 20 years ago, I had an idea to get a room filled with country music people, singers, songwriters, put together 30 of them. They love to tell stories. They love to share with each other. And today, they get to share with you. This is Looking Back with Larry Black. Hey, welcome back. I'm Larry Black. If you got your coffee cup ready, you're going to need it for this segment because it takes a little while to get there, but every minute is worth it. So settle back, have some coffee, and join us for more of Looking Back. This next piece, I think, has got to go down as one of the most memorable because of the emotion that Vince experienced. When you look back at that, what do you think?
Well, Vince was in such awe of Don Helms, the great steel guitar player. He even makes the comment somewhere that Don Helms and people like him are the reason he ever wanted to play music to start with, and the reason he ever came to Nashville. And Don had played the instrumental version of Cold, Cold Heart on the steel, and Vince just sat there and just became extremely emotional. And then he was honest enough, and it took, I think it takes a certain amount of fortitude to let your emotions show sometimes. And Vince was not ashamed to let his emotions show and to show the world what Don Helms' music meant to him. This was a very special moment.
It's going to be set up with Cheatin' Heart by Charlie Pride. And one of the reasons is that Don Helms had played with 40 or 50 something of Hall of Famers, and he had never played with Charlie Pride. So we're going to start with Charlie, go to Don Helms, and then we're going to go to Vince Gill. All here as we look back.
And I don't think it could get a whole lot better than Don Helms on the steel guitar and Charlie Pride on the vocals and a great Hank Williams song. Take it, Don.
Your cheating heart will make you weep. You'll cry and cry and try to sleep, but sleep won't come the whole night through. Your cheating heart will tell on you when tears come down like falling rain. You'll toss around and call my name. You'll walk the floor the way I do. Your cheating heart will tell on you. Your cheating heart will pine someday and crave the love you threw away. The time will come when you'll be blue. Your cheating heart will tell on you. When tears come down like falling rain, you'll toss around, you'll call my name.
Good job, Charlie. Don, you were telling me over there a while ago that you have played with how many members of the Country Music Hall of Fame?
53.
Wow.
Either on the opera or on records or on the stage with 53 who are Hall of Famers.
But didn't this just make 54?
54. Thank you, Charlie.
Wow, and you played this very instrument with all of them?
Yeah.
Roy Clark said that he was there the day that you traded for this guitar. Tell me that story.
The guy came, I had recorded with Hank, and he had a record that was going real good. And I had played a Fender guitar, and this guy came to a show in Baltimore and said, I've come to trade guitars with you. And I said, yeah, well, what do you got? And he said, come here and I'll show you. And he went over and opened it up, and I looked at it, and boy, it was pretty and smelled good, you know. And I said, what kind of trade you got in mind? He said, I want your guitar and $200. I said, man, I ain't got $200. He said, you got 100? I said, yeah. And I said, well, you realize now that you'll have to wait the rest of the day because I'll have to take this up to the room and put strings on it that I tuned to. And so he waited around, and when the show was over, he took that other guitar, and I gave him his $100. So I've got $100 in that.
Wow.
Now, you never went to playing the pedal steel guitar like so many other people.
Oh, yeah, about 35 years.
Oh, did you?
But it didn't excite anybody much. So I got a garage full of pedal steel. But this one here, Alan Jackson borrowed this guitar once. It was in the Willie Nelson Museum for 8 years. And people would come to Nashville, and they'd come out to my house, and I'd have to take them to the museum to look at that. And Alan Jackson wanted to borrow it to use in a TV special he was doing a Hank segment. And I went and took it out of the museum and let him use it. And when he sent it back, I opened it up, and there was a check in there. And I told Miss Hazel, I said, I got this thing figured out. I'm going to retire and start booking that guitar. But it's been with me all these years, and I went back to it. After I got it out, I never did put it back in the museum. And I had a stroke back about 4 years ago, and I couldn't play anything. No kind of guitar could I play. And so in order to try to learn how to play again, I had one of my friends set this up in the house. So I started playing it again, and I called Hazel in there one day. I said, you know, I don't know how many years I got left that I can do this, but from here out, everything I play will be on that.
Can you still play that great intro on Walking After Midnight? Just a little bit of it.
Oh, I don't know.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Did Hank ever tell you when y'all recorded, did he tell you what to play, or did he just let you play what you wanted to play?
He said, give me something. He said, it's just a poem unless you give me some music. And that's what I did. I played what I wanted to. And I still do that. I play mostly all steel guitar shows now. And for the ones who would like to hear me play what I played for Hank Williams, that's what I do. I play about 40 minutes of nothing but Hank. I don't ever have to learn no new song.
You don't have to. You got a room full of people here that love what you play and would love to hear you play another Hank Williams song. Pick out one and play it.
My favorite of all Hank's songs was his favorite also, and I'd like to play that song in memory of all the guys all the drifting cowboys who are going on, Cedric and Jerry Rivers, and I'm the only survivor. Me and this and Miss Hazel. That's all that's left of the Hank era. And
Except the memories.
Memories. I got a lot of them. But I like to do this song as a tribute to the rest of the guys who are no longer with us. And if you close your eyes for about a minute and 20 seconds, let me see if I can make you think of Hank Williams.
I bet you can. Don Helms.
I told you it was going to be historic. Man, Don Helms at that guitar that he played with Hank Williams. Wasn't that great? Well, there's more to come in the future with Looking Back, so make sure you subscribe so you don't miss a one of them.